Quite a bombshell this morning. I mean, for those viewers and listeners who don't know, Prince Harry is suing News Group newspapers. They are the publishers of The Sun and the now defunct News of the World for alleged unlawful phone hacking or information gathering, at least, at The Sun newspapers. They are denying those allegations. But in court documents which have been made public this morning, in the last hour, Prince Harry's lawyer is claiming that the Prince of Wales, Prince William, settled with News Group newspapers out of court only 3 years ago, so in 2020, for a very large sum of money in this phone hacking scandal, as it were, which is quite a bombshell. We have not heard that before. The heir to the throne has settled out of court with News Group newspapers. Now, the document goes on to say that part of the reason for that, this is Prince Harry's witness statement, is to, and I quote, avoid the situation where a member of the royal family would have to sit in the witness box. It goes on to talk about the huge damage and embarrassment for particularly King Charles and Camilla when Charles was still married to Diana and was still Prince Charles. Those tapes which were made public to the newspapers, quite intimate conversations.
Personally very embarrassing for Prince Charles as he was then.
Absolutely. So that is why Prince Harry is saying that they settled out of court, but clearly this is Kensington Palace is not commenting on ongoing legal proceedings. I have very much checked, but this is clearly quite a bombshell this morning. And the documents go on to say, and this is again quite crucial, that the late Queen Elizabeth II was involved in discussions in 2017 and gave her permission for Prince Harry, her grandson, to pursue his claim against News Group newspapers. Of course, all of the allegations are talking about allegations that happened from the mid-1990s until 2016. A spokesperson from News Group newspapers ahead of this preliminary hearing has said The Sun does not accept liability or make any admissions of the allegations.
We should add that Hugh Grant is also pursuing action in this particular hearing, or this case in the High Court. But this hearing in detail, News Group asking Mr Justice Fancourt to throw out both claims, arguing they've been brought too late. So the argument is the reason it's been brought too late is because of all these other considerations being brought into play. So it is germane to the case. It's not just that it seems Harry's lawyer is making mischief, in other words.
Absolutely, and we have seen, haven't we, in the last, because Prince Harry's involved in a number of very similar but separate legal proceedings with other publishers of British newspapers, and he seems relentless in this pursuit to really have his day in court and not settle out of court. And one of the reasons perhaps Prince Harry's lawyer is arguing that he's brought it so late is because in the palace bubble of never complain, never explain, when he was a working member of the royal family, he would have found it very difficult to pursue this kind of claim.
And this is absolutely central to what's going on, because we understand that the royal family maybe had put pressure on Harry, in his view, not to go into court and to lay out everything in open court. As you say, never complain, never explain, which appears Prince William has adopted that particular approach.
Absolutely, but this is another point, because it was a secret, secret settlement out of court. Documents, according to Prince Harry's lawyer, according to legal documents, between Buckingham Palace and News Group newspapers, perhaps, well, negotiating, according to the lawyer and the court documents, negotiating this settlement, secret settlement, with the heir to the throne, Prince William, to avoid it being talked about in the media and on television.
Which is his right, of course, legally.
Which is his right legally, but the fact it wasn't in public, whereas Prince Harry is now very much pursuing a public route. And of course, let's remember that Prince Harry stood back as a working member of the royal family in 2020 to move to California and, you know, and things like that. But now he is free to pursue these kind of claims.
I'm just looking at the phrase used by David Sherborne, who's representing Prince Harry, and the language used is that behind the scenes, in terms of recently settled his claim against NGN behind the scenes. So I wonder if, you know, now that this is actually out in open court, whether as a result of maybe questioning, we will hear more details, because it may be that News Group newspaper has actually to indicate, well, the reason we did that was because of A, B, C or D.
We might well do, but we have to remember that this is a preliminary hearing, and the point of this preliminary hearing is for the judge to decide whether or not it is too late for Prince Harry to bring claims against News Group newspapers. As you said earlier, Mark, their lawyers are arguing that Prince Harry has brought this too late. if the judge decides this can go to a full-blown trial where possibly Prince Harry will end up in a witness box talking about all these allegations, and vice versa with News Group newspapers staff. That's not going to happen until it's scheduled for January 2024, so it's going to be a good few months away.
And very quickly, one wonders now what Buckingham Palace and Clarence House will be making of this, given the timing of the coronation and the fact that Harry will be here for that.
Indeed, it's 10 days to go until the coronation, and this bombshell has dropped 10 days before the coronation.
Bombshell.
Another bombshell.
Used to say in Top Gear.
Whether or not Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace were given a heads up that this was going to be in public setting courts.
We'll let you go and get out to the newsroom and get on that phone.